Welcome everybody to the channel. This is Mr. Hupp the Noob here. We're going to react to a video 10 times Dragon Ball Super made fans rage by Totally Not Mark. This is a reaction video, so we might take out, cut up a little bit so it's not, just the whole video, and I'm going to put the link in the description for you guys, and here we go.
Or not. Regardless, you cannot deny that thanks to websites like Reddit, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, the casual fan is far, far more knowledgeable about what they are viewing these days. Be it scripts, pacing, animation, or the misuse of characters, if one hiccup is noticed by one individual, you better believe shockwaves.
There's a lot of that going on. One little thing is messed up, and they're just all over it.
And plop it down into the modern era? Well...
That's a little too much rage.
Inconsistencies, plot holes, and just general carelessness ensues. So I figured that it's time to channel my inner rage monkey and count down the top 10 times Dragon Ball Super made us fans
It did make me rage all that much. Don't.
Chugga chugga. Let it be known, I don't agree with every entry on this list. This is one of those instances, but I can see where the rage is coming from.
That's what I'm saying.
In some respect. To understand this, one must first understand who Automagetta is as a character.
Man.
Introduced in episode 32 of Dragon Ball Super, Automagetta is explained to be a member of a race
it's even
of
the same
metal
in the name, right?
Not robots, metal men. And that's important. The vocalizations, while annoying, were created by a person, and thus sounds like a person in some way. This frees up the voice actor playing the role of Magetta to convey emotions effectively. This is very important, as his means of defeat in episode 36 at the hands of Vegeta comes from his inability to take
that was kind of stupid.
which results in...
That is kind of stupid, but...
Now, this is where the fan outrage comes in. On September 30th, 2017, the English dub revealed what they thought Magetta should sound like. Remember, emotions are important for this character to convey, and he is not a robot, okay? He's not a robot. This is what they went with.
Ratchet, a fuck. Clankety, 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 clankety.
That sure sounds like a not robot to me. As you can see, attributes that make up the character Magetta were altered and warped, affecting his character's motivation and weaknesses. Thus,
over the
fans
voice,
getting upset with the direction of
people
the
getting upset over the voice.
Despite appearing in literally a handful
I thought it was because it's a stupid robot that gets mad over or can't take a little bit of
devaluing Super Saiyan. This one, I think, has legs. If you were to ask any person who watched Dragon Ball Z back in the day to recall a specific moment or instance, 9 times out of 10, they'll mention a Super Saiyan transformation of some description. This is because once the series reached the climax of the Frieza fight with Goku, Akira Toriyama made damn sure everyone knew how badass, awesome,
that was
and
back
most
in Dragon Ball
how
Z,
difficult
though.
it was to
a lot
earn
of
that
time
Super Saiyan
has
state.
passed.
It was a story thought to have been a myth,
I mean, come
almost
on.
lost to time entirely. No one had achieved the legendary Super Saiyan form in over 1,000 years.
That is impressive,
it took
but
Goku,
now,
a Saiyan raised under extremely unusual circumstances,
and plus that's a
placed in a
totally
situation
different
he needed
evolution.
to survive
Universe
and protect
6
his
and
loved
7
ones
evolved
against
in a
the
totally
then
different
overlord
way.
of the universe, Frieza. Everyone remembers that scene, and everyone remembers how it began with the death of Goku's longtime
They don't
friend
even have
Krillin, too.
they out-evolved
Vegeta,
Tails on
Trunks
Universe
all
6,
had
so
meaningful first-time
if they don't need to,
except for Goten,
of course,
but Goten
this
sucked
kind
in.
of stuff is
Kale
going
and
to
Cauliflower are introduced
make
late
people
in
mad,
Dragon Ball
but
Super. Because Kaba had been established as being the first Saiyan to achieve the state, naturally Cauliflower and Kale have no idea what the transformation is either. This leads to an awkward collection of scenes where Kaba describes the Super Saiyan transformation as, and I shit you not, a tingling sensation in your back. A legendary transformation thought to be unattainable by an entire race of beings has been reduced to a tingling sensation in your back.
I can see where
and look, it worked. Needless to say,
I
this
can see
rubbed
where
fans
that
the
make
wrong way
fans
right
mad,
off the bat.
but
It's awesome that we get some female Super Saiyans, but honestly, I would have liked if some effort had been put into their training scenes. Right now, Cauliflower and Kale are suffering from what I call
DC syndrome.
Goku
No,
and
you
Vegeta
didn't.
are marvelous. They got there first, established, and earned their powers while the fans watched. Cauliflower and Kale, on the other hand, are trying to catch up as fast as possible to join all the fun. And unfortunately,
it does
that
suck,
kinda
but
sucks. Number 8. The Mischief. Power Scaling. In a TV show, it's important to have structure and a coherent narrative continuity. If you lose this, suddenly your movie or TV show's established logic crumbles by the wayside, leaving fans bemused, confused, frustrated, and cheated. Introductions to Super Saiyan Rose might have been cool, although pushing it a little. But it wasn't until the Universe Survival arc that things went from iffy to full-on ridiculous. Suddenly,
everyone got
warning,
powered
or
up.
even decent reasons to back it up, characters who have been ignored throughout the entire series began to spontaneously become stronger. There's one instance where Android 17 came out of literally the middle of nowhere with the power to rival Super Saiyan Blue. Too bad he wasn't around to help with Beerus, eh? Due to Toei's poor writing decisions, they had written themselves into a corner. They needed characters to fill Universe 7's team, and fill them they did. Too bad social media filled up with infinitely more gripes surrounding their creative choices. Number 4, Vegeta's stolen spotlight. This one is self-explanatory.
There is a lot. They
Vegeta
did
awesome,
take a lot
and
from him,
that's
man. He
easy.
should be more
Do you know what would be
recognized
nice?
than.
If he got something.
But this
You
last
probably
episode they
count
just
on
did, he
one
got
hand
his
the
little
amount
bit
of
of, he
times
got his own
achieved a
transformation,
substantial
so it's
win.
different than
Even then, I'm
Goku's.
giving you too many
I mean,
fingers
come
to
on.
use. One of the biggest problems amongst fans with the movie Battle of Gods was that there wasn't enough Vegeta.
I would
The
be
little
alright with
screen time
Vegeta's
he did
Gohan,
have,
they need
for
to hype
many, he
up.
stole
I
the
mean,
show
come
with
on.
the now famous My Bulma scene. In response to this, Akira Toriyama, when writing the story for Resurrection
All
F,
of them has stated
ensured
how
that Vegeta would
strong
play a more
Gohan
prominent
should
role.
be.
And to his credit, Toriyama did just that, even though he has very little dialogue in the entire movie, but we'll look past that. Training with Goku, arriving with Goku to fight Frieza, saving Goku at the last minute, stepping in to exact his long-awaited revenge on Frieza, the man who had
That
destroyed
would
his
piss me
home
off
planet.
too,
It all
sitting there
looked like
ready
it was
to
going to be awesome,
kill him,
but
and then
just
all
as
of a
he's
sudden
about to
Goku
get
comes
his
in.
first big win of the
That
entire
pissed me.
series,
See, that would piss me off too. That pissed me off, but once I found out why, I mean, come on. They both are looking like, what the fuck?
naturally,
That was good.
justifiably, and rightfully, fans in their droves complained and voiced their frustrations around the scene. Did we really need another Goku victory? Vegeta later gets to one-punch Frost from the tournament, but that was too little, too late. Number 3. Future Trunks arc ending. This one.
Future Trunks
boy,
arc
this
ending,
one. This is the one I think that bothered me personally the most. After
You
two
have
dreadful
Zeno.
arcs recanting the movie's
Just
plot
erase it
for
all? Why didn't you do that in the
27
first
episodes.
place?
When the Future Trunks arc arrived, there was excitement in the air, and with it came a sense of everything's going to be alright now. The animation is solid, the story is compelling, and the characters are lovable and fun. And then, it happened. The ending to the Future Trunks arc is the biggest fuck you to the fans I have ever seen. And trust me, the outrage was felt throughout the fan base. A creator and editor of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Scott T. Frericks, or Kaiser Neko, put it perfectly. The ending of the Goku Black arc is the rocks fall, everyone dies entry of the franchise. Episode 66 would have been a perfectly satisfactory
I don't
ending.
like that
But
change
no,
they did with
Toei
the
had
porta
to pull the rug
earrings.
from beneath our feet, negating not only everything good that came from this arc, but also made the entire arc pointless. They lost everything, and Future Trunks went home literally crying. There was no going back from this. I'd never seen something so pointless in all of Dragon Ball.
Why was it pointless
Number
though?
2,
It made them all
Potara
stronger and
Redcon.
learn
And
shit.
this one actually happens in the episode prior. Wow, the Future Trunks arc, as fun as it was, it had so many damn problems figuring out how to finish its story. In Dragon Ball Z, we are told that there are two means of fusion. Through fusion dance, yielding a fusion of around 30 minutes, a temporary fusion, or Potara fusion, using the earrings of the Supreme Kai. The fusion was said to be permanent. This added gravity to the fusion, knowing that they wouldn't be going back to normal once its effects had taken hold. It was later explained in Dragon Ball Z that Vegeta unfused due to the magic inside Majin Buu. In Dragon Ball Super, they simply say it lasts for 1 hour if you're not a Kai. This is lazy writing 101,
That was one
and
of my-
believe you
that
me,
was
the
my
fans
biggest-
let them know about it. It was nice to see Vegito again, but now that the conditions around
And then
the
in the
fusion
tournament,
changed,
it
not only
she
felt
was
cheap, but it also made less sense
Califla,
that
whatever
Vegeta
they
would be
call her,
hesitant to fuse with
was
Goku,
able to power
which he
up all
was
the
for
way
some
and
reason.
use so much
Number
energy
1,
and didn't defuse.
Episode 5. This is it. The Motherload. The clip I am so sick of talking about. Episode 5.
Oh yeah,
I
that
won't
crappy
talk about
animation
the
in episode
because,
5.
let's face
Come
it,
on.
y'all have eyes. I will instead discuss the reaction to said animation. As a fan who grew up watching the series during its initial run on TV, the announcement of Dragon Ball Super was incredible to me. I couldn't believe that I had the chance to relive those glory days, to join all the characters that I loved in a brand new adventure. Once I got past the initial disappointment
I'm
of
about
the
to say,
first 2
I don't.
arcs
Yeah,
being
I don't like the
essentially
fact that
remakes
the
of
2 arcs were
movies,
remakes.
I was ready to
We
sink
didn't
my
need
teeth
that,
into this series and
but
really
some
enjoy
people
it.
didn't watch the
Then
movies, so
this
they need to
happened.
know what's going on.
Inside my head were so many conflicting emotions. I couldn't believe what I
You're
had
just trying to
seen.
get
I
through
went
it.
online and found
You know what
tons
I mean?
of articles and people bashing Episode 5's visuals. It was then at that point I took a step back from the series and decided to wait for the English dub to come out. Fast forward to June 2016 and I make my very first Dragon Ball Super video. And to this day, for some reason, it's my most viewed video by far, no matter how
that
hard I try.
animation
I made
is
that video
bad.
to vent my ignorant frustrations at an arc that made me believe Dragon Ball Super was going to end before it even began again. The magnitude of this episode was felt around the globe. Even if you weren't an anime fan, chances are you heard about it in
Yes,
some
yeah,
form or another. Despite it not being the worst the series would get, people still make jokes about Episode 5 to this day, despite Dragon Ball Super's animation being in a pretty good place right now.
Well, that was pretty good. I don't know if you missed anything or not. I don't know. Don't care. You know, I think sometimes we just bitch to bitch. It is what it is. You like it or you don't. I would say overall with the series, I love the series. Yes, I do think some things are screwed up. I don't like the Porter earrings thing, how they messed with that. Maybe they did it so they can bring the character on more. But you know what? I would assume what they needed to do with the fusion like that was to sit there and keep it permanent, and then when they went back to the future or went back to the past, use the Dragon Balls to unfuse. The Kai the Kibito Kai did that. He split back into Supreme Kai and Kabuto. Come on. That would have been a better outcome. Because at least they could have went home. It would have been more of a character for Vegito. Vegito's not he's not a character. He's just a byproduct of two people that's only lasts an hour at the most. If he would have been a person and had to stay like that until Dragon Balls fused him, then he would have had a little bit more character time as a character. That's what I think. So, I don't like that. The Goku Black arc, you know, it was okay. I liked most of it. I didn't really like the ending. And like I said, it's all because of the portals that made me not like it. The thing with Trunks at the end, yeah, whatever. And then the Zeno ending it completely, that was kind of goofy too. Why didn't you just do that at first? Why didn't you just say, hey, maybe Zeno can take care of this? Boop, and hit that button. So yeah, I can see where there's a lot of pissy mood people about some pissy things. But guess what? Get over it. They're doing good. You know what I mean? No one's going to be able to beat Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. I mean, come on. It's going to be hard to get there. But I would say they're doing better than what anybody would think they'd be doing. It's one of the hottest animes out at this moment. I mean, come on now. Get over it. This was a review for 10 times Dragon Ball Super made fans rage. Hope you liked it. Like and subscribe. Come back. Don't come back. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? No, I want you to come back. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, fam. Throw a subscribe and come back and watch my shit. Come on. There's going to be a lot of good things happening if we do this. Okay, a lot of good things going to come up out of this channel. We're going to do games. We're going to do giveaways. We're going to react to a bunch of shit. Not just Super. It's just right now I'm liking Super, so let's do some Super. The channel's going to grow. You're going to be the one to make it grow. Let's get this happening. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.